Question number two. If you use an editor who mainly edits romance, can you use them for a completely different genre that they are unfamiliar with, say a Western classic novel? I'm going to give a hard no here. I always recommend, I'm very consistent about recommending that you use editors who specialize in their genres. And when I say specialize, I actually still mean that in a pretty broad way. So, for instance, I do romance and I do contemporary, historical, paranormal romance, but I only do certain eras of historical. I don't do faith based romance of any kind. I do women's fiction, and I always say science fiction and fantasy has to be romance based. And then I do mysteries, thrillers. So it's a pretty broad way of of specializing. But I also know that there are sub niches within there that I would not be the best editor for. So if somebody came to me and asked me to edit a Western classic novel, and actually this has happened, my answer would be no, that I wouldn't do it. And the reason is again because I'm consistent in saying you want an editor who knows the genre that you're writing in, because having an editor with that knowledge is going to help you meet the market demand. It's going to help you meet reader expectations. It's going to improve the reader experience. You are not going to get a book with the best reader experience with an editor who has no knowledge of this genre that you're writing in. Western classic is wildly different than romance. Yes, some of the writing conventions are going to be the same. We can look for some of the line editing things, but when it comes to the story, and remember, the story is what's most important. The story is the thing. The story is the most important thing. When it comes to the story, they're not going to be able to tell you whether or not the story is satisfying on a genre level. And so my answer is no. You want an editor who knows the genre. And I'm sorry, I know this may mean that you need to search out a new editor, but that's okay. It's okay to work with more than one editor. Many authors do it, and many authors do it in a way that is really great for their career.